played a little bit or watched Paige play Sonic Forces on stream, which is. Did you play Sonic Forces?
I played 30 minutes of it and I uninstalled it.
So you bought it on PC?
No, I bought it on PS4.
Dude, it's the worst.
So why is it so divisive in terms of why is
it divisive?
In the sense,
I saw Liam saying that it was
there-
really disappointing, but it was great for Sonic fans and speedrunners and shit. And I was rolling my eyes.
What I want to know is because I think I asked you this last time, but it's like, why is there a pushback in terms of some people, at least on my Twitter, saying like that it's not that bad
because Sonic fans.
Because
3D Sonic fans.
Because 3D Sonic fans. But if you are tired of... You remember how Unleashed was? It's just Unleashed. Where it's just the auto... Watch QTEs, press buttons in the air. It hasn't really changed. And that's kind like when you have other platformers like Mario Odyssey or,
the timing was so unfortunate.
Hat in Time or stuff that's actually kind of pushing things and making it a little bit open. It's fucking archaic. Where it's still doing the 360, like, hey, look, you're going to do a cool jump, press XBAA and do a grind or whatever. The main kind of things I see is that the level design is actually much more poorer than Sonic Generations. And stuff like when you actually get a good...
Sonic Generations was considered good 3D, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I had my own problems with it, but those are specific.
I can't stand it, but I would put it at the top of the ones I can't stand.
Yeah.
But it seems like the main thing is that when a level just starts to get going, the levels are actually like the shortest
crazy short
they've ever been. Like they're sub 2 minutes. Some of them.
They're so short. The music doesn't even have time to finish
catch up
a track.
to certain things. So there's that stuff, and there's other stuff like a lot of people are saying that 2D Sonic is actually useless.
Oh yeah,
there's no real point to 2D Sonic being in there.
So probably the most baffling thing and the most disappointing thing to me was the story, which is kind of a stupid thing, but they built it up like, oh man, it's old Sonic, new Sonic, your OC. It's like your OC is like a stupid footnote,
nameless.
Like nobody cares.
He's called the Rookie.
The way the story
that sounds good.
No, but like the way the story is told is both hyper serious and like
incredibly
kind of exciting,
cringy.
And then the next sentence coming out of someone's mouth will just invalidate everything that they said. So like, fucking Sonic, one of the first things that happened, you gotta go rescue Sonic. New guy's gotta go rescue Sonic. He's been on the death egg being tortured daily by Eggman for 6 months. Okay. So then you go, okay, no, wait, let me back up. The first thing is, I can't believe Sonic's fucking dead. We all saw Sonic get fucking murdered by Infinite. He's dead. Then you hit start, and a cutscene starts where Knuckles goes, Sonic's alive, you gotta rescue him. He's been tortured for 6 months by Eggman. Then you go get Sonic in one of the shortest levels in the whole game, which is like 90 seconds, and Sonic's just chilling in his thing. He's like, boy, I sure am sick of being tortured. Come on and let me out. And he's completely normal and fine.
There's tonal, like, contrasting
dissonance.
Story elements.
It's the weirdest fucking thing.
I didn't get to that type of stuff really that much, but like, I read that in a lot of reviews.
It happens over and over and over, and it's so
also,
fucking weird.
The fact that Mania was only a few months ago also makes this look way worse.
Oh yeah, Mania is a triumph. Or this is a
you have to and that in that Bionic Commando way, I suppose.
Yeah,
the idea is to just
like
separate the two and say this is this and that is that.
Here's the problem: you can't separate the two because Sonic Forces is a sequel to Sonic Mania.
Really?
The like Super Emerald ending of Sonic Mania is that you follow the Phantom Ruby into a different dimension, and the Phantom Ruby is what gives Infinite all his powers.
Wow, I didn't know there was a connection at all.
Yeah, that's why Sonic from 2D is there at all. But also he doesn't speak or do anything.
Yeah, he doesn't
and he just
talk.
hangs out with Tails, and Tails like, boy, we gotta stop Infinite. It's like, it's fucking who gives a shit.
See.
So no, you can't separate them. It's a direct sequel.
Huh. Well, I mean, I've been playing Sonic Mania, and that thing's perfect.
Yeah, it sure is, isn't it?
There's very
it's
little.
astonishingly
that game
amazing.
actually even gets better the more you play it.
Although one thing that is the one thing that is different about it is they've like some of it is more challenging than 2D Sonic has.
Oh, absolutely,
ever been.
Without doubt.
But it has to be.
It totally has to be. They gave you the new power that is the spin drop.
Yeah.
Which it took me the whole game to actually
figure
use,
out. Yeah.
Because I was doing it wrong the whole time.
Yeah, I thought you think it's jump and hold and press down and spin. And
yeah, no, it's not.
Tap.
It's just double tap and hold. But like because of that, Sonic's way more mobile and powerful, so that it ramps it up to accommodate. But the levels are also like 3, 4, 5 times bigger than
the levels are all bigger, which is like which I always wanted, which is like don't end this so soon. I want to keep running.
They're enormous.
But but there's been like the moments where you're doing like these massive stretches of speed like are interrupted very quickly, where it's like, okay, no, now back to gameplay. Like you're not just going to enjoy this cutscene of rolling really fast.
Now do this like
long.
relatively difficult platforming at high speeds.
And then there's like 3 or 4 different pathways here. There's like that one boss in what the second area, in Casinopolis or.
The first unique area.
It's the missiles. When you're running on the road and the missiles are coming.
Yeah, that's tough.
And it's so and I'm like, what is weird about this that is giving me a problem? And it's because the jump physics completely change for that scene because you're running, and you can't just jump over a missile that's coming at you. You just don't have the momentum.
Yeah, it has like what I would call it, by all the physics in that game are right, like they're correct, but. In a lot of Sonic areas, you don't actually spend a lot of time in the run state jump physics.
It's nuts.
You only feel that when you're doing stuff like blowing through like Green Hill Zone and you're using like the ring boxes to catapult yourself super far.
Right, yeah.
But they made a boss fight around that movement, and it's tough.
Like that thing was such a weird moment because I was like, okay, so a basic obstacle is coming at me very slowly, and I'm unable to just jump over it. I'm like, okay. So then you have to wait till there's grooves in the road to give you, a little bit of a jump. But then those grooves are randomly kind of coming, and there's just little things like that where you're like, this is not just a free ride.
No,
so
it's a video game. You know what's a free ride? Sonic Forces.
Sure,
that's a free ride. Except in the platforming areas where you
just have deaths,
dude. Well, and
that have nothing to do with.
You have the slowest acceleration in that game right up until you have the fast acceleration. Like your character goes, it's the worst.
You know how Mario games now basically they have 2 audiences to cater to: the people that have been playing them forever for their entire lives, and then new people. So you always have the easy levels, and then eventually there's the really challenging ones at the end.
Yeah.
It feels like, Sonic Mania was made just for the fads that were always there.
What it actually does is that there is...
Mania or Forces?
He's talking Mania. Okay. Mania does have this awesome thing that was kind of in the old games, but it's like there is an in-game difficulty selector.
Yeah.
And it's, did you fall down the stage?
Okay.
The bottom of the stage is easier than the top of the stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's also lives, but there's a save. So your lives don't matter, type of thing.
Really?
Yeah.